Hello everyone, welcome to a review of this, a Vauxhall Insignia. That's right, this amazing looking car. It's a Vauxhall Insignia. My goodness, do you remember the Vauxhall Vectras of the 90s? The boring drab ones, and then the Insignias of the early 2000s and the 2010s? Well, look at this. Vauxhall have outdone themselves on this one. This is an absolute stunner. So here we have a 1.5 turbo SRI with the VX line trim. So that's why you got the nice sporty body bumpers, etc. and spoilers. And the nice upgraded turbo and style alloy wheels. Look at the presence of this car. Absolutely beautiful, and I like the way the rear haunches out like this. Look at that, look at the stance on the back. If you didn't see the Vauxhall badge, you would not know. You'd think it was some sort of BMW or Mercedes vehicle. And I normally absolutely detest red, but this just absolutely pops, don't you think? Check that out. Not your usual humdrum family car, eh? Look at that. You can see I love the design. Fantastic swooping lines, all the nice aggressive creases to give it that aggressive stance front to rear without looking too loutish. And to boot, look at the interior. So you got this fantastic, oh, locked the car. Okay, there you go. How professional of me, eh? So you got really sporty coupe-like looks, and then look at the interior. So much leg room, and the headroom isn't too bad. That swoopy roofline does eat into the headroom a little bit, so if you're over 6 foot, your head will touch the ceiling a little bit. But with the leg room and then the seats, there's space underneath there to get your feet in. You should be alright. And then even the middle seat is quite wide and quite forgiving. Let's have a look. Yeah, so you could get 3 adults in here, no problem whatsoever. And it's angled this way, so the seat base doesn't go out too much, but because it's angled this way, you should really have a nice comfortable ride on long journeys. This, of course, being the SRI, has the slightly stiffer suspension, so you might feel the humps and bumps a little bit, but that's the trade-off for getting the sporty ride. So look at that, nice. And the quality of the materials puts current day Volkswagens to shame. Really nice soft touch plastics, and the faux leather is of really good quality. And these are half leather seats, of course, and again, those are faux leather, not real leather. So long-term longevity wise, long faux leather is not great, but everyone does it. And then just to set it off, can you see the nice subtle mood lighting there? Just really sets it off. And even the door cards have really nice angles and swooping lines, just so stylish. And I love the dashboard. Look at that. Isn't that so fantastic? And these seats, and as you can see, the base pops out, so you get really nice under thigh support, and they're really supportive and hug you, so you get that nice comfortable ride and also get that sense of sportiness. But as you'll see from the drive I'm gonna have, it's no BMW, but it is leaps and bounds ahead of what Vauxhall had in previous generations. You cannot believe that's the badge on this car. I mean, look at this interior, isn't it just a thing of beauty? Really good quality materials, nice leather bound steering wheel, really nice leather stitched dash, all the materials are of the highest quality. Of course, it's got the piano black, which looks lovely, but they do scratch easily. And you've got the dual zone digital climate control, Apple CarPlay, sat nav, all built in. And I like how it's all integrated in there rather than like a tablet form that you get in the Mercedes. Look at that, lovely. Only thing missing really is a panoramic roof, but I quite like the Alcantara black roof. It really sets it off, and I really love these LED lights, and then the back as well. Look at that, nice LED lights, really stylish. And can you spot where the boot release is? It's here. Look at that, a cavernous boot, really huge. Unfortunately, there is a bit of a load lip and no spare wheel, but as you can see, there is a space for one, so you can take and throw away that stupid emergency inflator and put a spare wheel in. But really good luggage space there. Wow, I think she looks so much better than the Mondeo or the Passat. The Passat's frumpy. This is it. Oh yes, let's go for a drive. Oh, picks up really well. You didn't think it's a 1.5, but obviously it's not the 1.5 in the traditional sense. It's a turbocharged 150 brake horsepower. Oh, zips around lovely. And I've got to say, it is an absolute pleasure sitting in here. You would not think, other than looking at this badge, that you're in a Vauxhall. The fit and finish, the sporty feeling when you're sat low down, and the sense of luxury. It's like you think you're in a BMW or something like that. It's fantastic. And it's very well insulated. You can hardly hear the road noise. I think the one thing that does give away the fact that it's not a BMW is that the steering is a bit benign. It's not as responsive as a BMW is, for example. But other than that, other than the benign steering really, I can't fault it at all. It feels really nice to be in. These seats are really nice and comfortable. They do feel a little bit hard, but that might be the VX line sports suspension. And this steering wheel is just the right dimension, and it feels really comfortable to hand. Yeah, so driving wise, it's fantastic. Visibility is very good. It's not fantastic, but then that's just standard for these saloons. And the windows at the back are tinted and not that big, so rear visibility isn't great, but it's adequate. And at the end of the day, I've got parking sensors, so it's all good. Here's to the final review. So there you have it. That was a nice luxury drive. Just feels so luxurious and grown up and executive. You feel like they've built this to compete with the BMWs. And to be fair, interior quality wise and how special it feels and the way it looks, you could turn up in a 5-star hotel and you would get looks in this. You just look so sophisticated and sporty all at the same time without looking like a chav, basically. Apologies, but you know what I mean. So Vauxhall, you have hit it out of the park with this car. Driving dynamics not as good as a BMW, but it's comfortable enough and grown up enough. Much more better than the previous generations. And reliability wise, it's not so bad. The 1.5 on this is very powerful, and as long as you service it regularly, common with all Vauxhalls, just watch out for the regular intervals of changing the spark plugs and the coil pack. Other than that, as they obviously get older, once they're past like 8 years and stuff, electrical glitches start to take place. But that's the same with Fords and VWs. So reliability wise, it's actually very solid. Just keep it up, keep the maintenance up, and it should do you well. And it's really good fuel economy and low road tax. I mean, what more could you ask for? Do I think it's better than the Mondeo? Oh yes, looks wise, look at that. I've got to say it. Mondeo drives better, but this is the car I'd have if you asked me to put my money on it, and I would pick it. Can you believe I'm saying this? Above the VW Passat. So there you have it. What do you think? Let me know what you think. Your views on this one. And I love this red colour as well. Can't believe it. Well, I don't know if it's something in the air, but Vauxhall, you won me over. Hope you like this video, everyone. Do like and subscribe, and see you on the next one.